How's it going, Guardians? Shifty here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over all of the methods that you can use to farm upgrade materials. Those upgrade materials that I'm referencing are of course Enhancement Cores, Enhancement Prisms, and Ascendant Shards. Enhancement Cores are very important for masterworking armor, and they're even more important for masterworking weapons because they're the only upgrade material needed when masterworking weapons. On the other hand, Enhancement Prisms are only used when upgrading armor. The same thing applies to Ascendant Shards as well. So in order to masterwork all of your favorite gear, you're going to have to farm some of this material. I'm going to be going over some of the best ways to do so in today's video. Before I do that, if you end up enjoying the video, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Alright, to start off the video, I want to talk about a couple of things that I think you should be doing as often as you possibly can. The first one being is grabbing the Gunsmith Bounties every day on as many characters as you play. If you only play on one character, make sure to grab all 4. If you play 3 characters, I highly recommend grabbing all 4 on each of your 3 characters. If you only play one, that will amount to 4 Enhancement Cores a day, provided you finish the bounties. If you play all 3, you're going to get 12 Enhancement Cores a day. Now you can specifically focus on doing these bounties if you want to, but you can also get them done passively by doing some of the other things seen in this video. All you have to do is make sure you equip the appropriate weapons. So that's something that you can do every day to get guaranteed Enhancement Cores. The other thing that I recommend doing as often as you can is using Finest Matterweaves. These are items that are found by dismantling gear. When you go ahead and use one, they make it so defeating bosses have a chance at dropping Enhancement Cores. That is a little bit misleading because it's not necessarily bosses. You can activate the Finest Matterweave pretty frequently from orange bar enemies. So with the Finest Matterweave, that's something that you can use and play passively, and anytime you kill a boss or orange bar enemy, you have a chance at an Enhancement Core. When you see that happen, you're going to want to go in and reactivate another Finest Matterweave. Now if you do have a ton of Finest Matterweaves to get rid of and you don't want to wait too long to get rid of them, I do have a method where you can use them up pretty quickly. In order to do so, you're going to want to load up the Sanctuary on the moon. When you do load into the moon, you're going to want to follow the path shown on screen to the Archer's Line. In the Archer's Line, there's a little cave that you can go into where you might be able to find an orange bar enemy that you can repeatedly respawn. Now if you get to the cave and there ends up being no chest or hive runes in here, you're going to want to go back to orbit. Then you want to reload the Sanctuary landing zone and make your way back to the cave. Eventually, if you repeat this process enough, you should end up seeing some hive runes and a chest inside this cave. On the chest, you'll see some hive runes. You want to look for a rune that doesn't match that first symbol. So the first symbol here was a circle. I don't want to shoot that. Instead, I want to shoot a different symbol. That will spawn an orange bar enemy that guards the chest. All you have to do from here is take out that orange bar enemy. If it drops an Enhancement Core, all you have to do is use another Finest Matterweave and then go ahead and shoot that rune again. You can see how the process works here. Now I'm going to wait for the rune to respawn. Then I'm going to go ahead and shoot the rune again. Spawn the guard. It drops an Enhancement Core. I wait for my Finest Matterweave cooldown here. Go ahead and use the Finest Matterweave. Shoot the rune. Take the guard out. Now it's not guaranteed that this Wealth Keeper will drop an Enhancement Core. The chances are just extremely high. So make sure to pay attention to whether or not it drops an Enhancement Core. That way you can know when to use your Finest Matterweaves again. So another way to get Enhancement Cores is to do some spider bounties. You can see that the second row of bounties here award Enhancement Cores as well as a ton of glimmer. In order to get ghost fragments on the Tangled Shore, you have to do activities around the area, including patrols, lost sectors, and things like that. Remember, all of the methods in this video are optional, so if you don't want to do a particular thing like maybe the spider bounties, then you don't have to. You'll still get plenty of upgrade materials doing the other things in the video. So I do want to kind of stick with the theme of passive things that will help you gain upgrade material. The next topic I want to cover are the ghost mods. In that last mod slot on your ghost, you're able to slot a mod that will give you either an Enhancement Core or Enhancement Prism by doing something in the Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard strikes. Now depending on what mod you choose, you have a chance at getting an Enhancement Core or Enhancement Prism by getting precision final blows in the Crucible. Again, depending on whatever mod you choose, defeating an invader in Gambit has a chance to award an Enhancement Core or Enhancement Prism. And the requirement for Vanguard strikes or Nightfalls is to defeat bosses. So if you have the appropriate mod on, defeating a boss in a strike or Nightfall will have a chance to award you an Enhancement Core or Enhancement Prism. It's probably not fair for me to talk about the ghost mods and not mention the upgrade module mods as well. So there's a mod for Crucible that makes it so Crucible wins have a chance to award an upgrade module. There's one for Gambit, where Gambit wins have a chance to give you one. And then if you have the Vanguard mod on, you have a chance at an upgrade module by simply completing a Vanguard playlist strike or Nightfall. Another option that you have for Enhancement Cores is to do Legend and Master Lost sectors. If you want to go ahead and try to farm for exotics while getting Enhancement Cores, you can always hit up the Legend Lost sectors. Now each Legend Lost sector completion has a chance at giving you either 1 Enhancement Core or 2 Enhancement Cores. In addition to that, if you complete the Legend Lost sector solo with a platinum completion, you have about a 25% chance to get an exotic drop. Also, depending on the day, some Legend Lost sectors can easily be completed in a couple of minutes. So if you practice the Legend Lost sectors and get good at them, you'll have a chance to get some Enhancement Cores as well as a 25% chance to get an exotic every couple of minutes. Now I want to move on and talk about some methods to get some higher tier material. The 2 primary activities that come to mind are Trials of Osiris and Nightfalls. Now for the standard Nightfall you have 4 different difficulties. First of all, you have Adept, which has an uncommon drop rate for Enhancement Cores and Matchmaking is on. Then for Hero you have a common chance at Enhancement Cores and a rare chance at Enhancement Prisms. Matchmaking is still on for this difficulty as well. Once you move up to Legend, Matchmaking is now off, but Enhancement Prisms have an uncommon drop rate. And for the Master difficulty Nightfall, Matchmaking is still off, but you have a common chance at Enhancement Prisms and an uncommon chance at Ascendant Shards. With those 4 difficulties, I didn't mention the most lucrative difficulty for a Nightfall, the Grandmaster Nightfall. As you can see here, it says it has a common chance at dropping Ascendant Shards. What this doesn't tell you is that if you have a platinum completion of the Grandmaster Nightfall, you have a guaranteed chance at getting at least 1 Ascendant Shard. In addition to that, you're also going to get some Enhancement Prisms, which aren't actually listed here. And to top it all off, you're going to get Adept Nightfall weapons and exotic gear. Obtaining upgrade materials from Nightfalls is one of the best options, especially when Bungie turns on double loot weeks, which is actually going to be happening starting tomorrow. So if you want to farm any upgrade material, jumping into any difficulty Nightfall tomorrow is a great idea. The next activity that obviously drops high-end upgrade materials is Trials of Osiris. Now there are actually a couple of ways to get some material from Trials. The first way is to go Flawless, which may not be the most accessible option to a lot of players. However, if you do, you're going to get your hands on an Ascendant Shard. However, I do want to mention that if you play Trials of Osiris with 7 wins on your card, you have a chance at getting upgrade materials whenever you win a match. You can even get an Ascendant Shard. It doesn't even matter if you have losses on your card. With that said, after I did get my Flawless card done the other day, I hopped back into the playlist with 7 wins on my card. I lost more matches than I won with 7 wins on my card. And when I did win, I didn't get anything beyond Enhancement Cores. However, I do know that it's possible, and I have got Ascendant Shards on previous weeks. Now that I've gone over the popular options, I kind of want to go over a couple of ways that you can still get upgrade materials, but they may be less than desirable to do. The first option you have here is to do Empire Hunts if you own Beyond Light. Here you can see Adept difficulty has an uncommon chance at Enhancement Cores, Hero difficulty has a common chance, and then a rare chance for Enhancement Prisms. Legend difficulty changes Enhancement Cores to uncommon and Enhancement Prisms to common. And then Master difficulty has a common chance to drop Enhancement Prisms. Another way to potentially get Enhancement Cores is to turn material into old vendors like Failsafe and Devrim K. When you do, you of course have a chance to get an Enhancement Core by picking up the Engram itself. However, you do have a chance at getting a Year 1 Masterworked weapon. That Year 1 Masterworked weapon can actually be dismantled and give you Enhancement Cores. I only recommend this method if you have a ton of material or you have a ton of legendary shards to buy material from Spider. Just like those old vendors, if you have a ton of Gunsmith material, you can turn them into the Gunsmith for legendary engrams. Now these legendary engrams do have a chance to drop an Enhancement Core alongside the weapon that you get. And there you see I got an Enhancement Core when I picked up the engram. Another way for you to get some material is to play any activity with a vendor that has a rank reward system. Here you can see Shaxx offers some upgrade material as you progress along the rank rewards. For 1 Crucible reset, you can get a total of 6 Enhancement Cores and 4 Enhancement Prisms, as well as 1 upgrade module. For your first reset in the season, you will get an Ascendant Shard. I've already reset it once, so it gets converted to an exotic engram. Just like any other legendary drop in the game, if you have engrams up here, you have a chance of getting an Enhancement Core when you pick them up. And don't forget, you can always get an Enhancement Core by dismantling an item as well. There's one final piece of information I want to leave you guys with, and that's if you have a ton of enhancement prisms, there's actually a fairly efficient way to convert them to enhancement cores. If you are interested in doing that, you're going to want to head to collections, then click on armor and head down to leveling. On the second page of that leveling tab, you're going to find a blue class item. You're going to want to buy that 5 energy blue class item. This is going to cost a little bit of glimmer and gunsmith material. Now this trick has been known for some time. As you can see, we have that blue warlock bond with 5 energy. What you want to do right away is head into it and upgrade it to 8 energy. This is going to cost some glimmer, some legendary shards, 3 enhancement cores, and it's also going to cost 1 enhancement prism. So to upgrade it from 5 to 8 energy, we spent 3 enhancement cores and 1 enhancement prism. And if you go ahead and delete that bond now, you're going to get back 6 enhancement cores. So effectively, you're converting 1 enhancement prism into 3 enhancement cores. So if you have a ton of enhancement prisms, this is an amazing option to convert back to an enhancement core. And most of you probably already know by now, but you can convert enhancement cores to enhancement prisms at the gunsmith and 8-1, and you can also convert enhancement prisms to Ascendant Shards. Anyway, that is all I have for my ultimate guide to farming upgrade materials. I hope that you enjoyed the video, and if you did, remember to like and subscribe. I just want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.